Hi, Jewish Mom. So I want to speak this week a little bit about teenagers. This last Motzei Shabbat, Saturday night after Shabbat, I have several teenagers, and I asked one of my teenagers for some help, and I received a very sharp negative response, and and afterwards I felt so angry. I did not express this anger to my teenager. But afterwards I felt so angry that I thought to myself, I work so hard to keep this family going. I work every single day. I work hours and hours and hours a day just to keep to take care of the children and keep the house going and everything, and she can't help a little bit. And when I finally asked, like after Shabbat, like I asked for some help and she can't help a little bit. And I thought, and I thought of all the money that I spend on this teenager over the course of the month, on various things. And I thought, okay, no more money for you. If you're gonna be so entitled and done and just take everything for granted, like you don't think that you should give any help in the house to help at all, just everything's just coming to you, coming to you. You're such a sense of entitlement. Okay, so that's okay. So just from now on, you're paying your own way. I'm cutting you off. You are from now cutting off financially. From now on, you're going to have to start babysitting and working to pay for, clothing and all the various things that you want to do. Okay, you're gonna be paying for that yourself. And I thought a lot of like things like along those lines, and did not express or follow up on any of them. And then this morning, I gave a call to I gave a call to someone who's a rebbetzin that I respect, and just to kind of hear what she said. And she said, and I asked her like, what am I supposed to do? I feel like this daughter, like she has such a sense of entitlement, like the little bit of help that I ask for, and then negative response. Like, what's that about? And so she has no sense of feeling for my needs and what I do, and she said, I'll tell you something. She said, for teenagers, it's good that they help, that they do help, but teenagers think about themselves and their own needs. They are not thinking about their mother and their mother's needs and what their mother's going through. And that is actually healthy. A healthy teenager is thinking and focused on themselves. And so I wouldn't recommend any new educational program to overcome a sense of an entitlement. She said, this is age appropriate. This is normal. Okay. I want to just talk with you about this. I want to give you this example. It reminded me of something that I learned several years ago from Rabbi Niven, about how in every age, when you're raising children, it's like its own curriculum. Like in college when you were studying, like you study, first you study 101, like the basic, and then you study the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level. It basically takes you up through a whole major to master in theory, a whole topic, right? A whole subject. And parenting is the same thing. By the way, Rabbi Niven is starting a new course for beginners this week called The Journey. It's a new kind of smaller, interactive, completely restructured approach to the Chabura. Highly recommended. It sounds amazing. The first month is going to be available just for $1, with no commitment to continue. So you can learn more about it at www.newchabura.com. So what can I learn from teenagers? So basically that, like, what am I supposed to, basically, I'm sorry. So in the curriculum, it's like, so in this curriculum that there's something I learned from every age. And what I'm learning from teenagers is this. I'm learning, first of all, to have a thick skin. Second, not to take them so seriously. When they have like a dig or a line or something that I'm like, whoa, how did that come out of her mouth? Thick skin, don't take it so seriously. Hormones, age, adolescence, teenagehood. Just remember myself as a teenager and the grief that I caused my parents. Give her a break, okay? And also that they are, like that they are thinking about themselves, and that is age appropriate. Okay. So what are we supposed to learn at different ages? So like in every age, we're supposed to be learning different things. Like for example, from an infant, let's say it might be to learn that your time is no longer your own. I remember that. I remember for me, all of a sudden, having to consider another person, having to, I couldn't just jump out of the house and do what I wanted. I had to actually think, okay, I have a baby. I have a baby to take care of. I have a baby to put into a snowsuit before I go out. I have to, I can't just go back to the university. Actually, I had to find a babysitter to watch the baby so I could go and take my classes at the university. Kind of like working around having another person I had to take care of in my life was a big transition. Um, let's say 2 to 3 year olds, not taking them so seriously, all like the shtiot, all like the nonsense and the craziness that they do, just kind of like, I told you I'm taking a new class with a teacher named Rabbi Talia Helfer. So she just says, age 2 to 3, just do what you can just to kind of like get past it. It will pass. It will pass. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take all like the nonsense and all like the misbehavior too seriously. Just it will pass. 2 and 3 terrible twos, and for my kids, I feel like 3 is part of the terrible twos. Just don't take it so seriously. 5 to 6, whining. How to deal with whining, how to deal with a child who's kind of clingy, whiny. I don't know, my kids are like that. That's usually 5 to 6. And on and on and on. And then teenagers, and then Rabbi Niven talks about, when a child's getting older, when a child, I have like a 19-year-old, and she's moving on to adulthood, and she's like the other day, she called me, and I said, I said, where are you going? She said, oh, I'm on my way to the dentist. What? My daughter set up her own dentist appointment. I wasn't even aware of it. And that's it. She's reaching the age of kind of letting go. We're still in touch. Baruch Hashem, she still does come home for Shabbat, but it's like, I'm kind of letting go. She's getting older. She's 19. She just had a birthday on Shabbat. 19 years. I'm a mother this past Shabbat. So just to keep in mind, I think with all like the challenges and possibly the aggravation of parenting, to think about what are you learning? What are you learning from this specific stage of motherhood? And in conclusion, I think with every stage of motherhood, if you look at it closely, you will see what a gift it is, what it's teaching you, and with its challenges that you're really learning, that you're learning something, that you're moving up to a new stage of motherhood, learning a new skill in life, a new, deeper understanding of how we're supposed to live. So I want to bless all of Jewish moms with an amazing week called today.